Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome everyone to this Wednesday Fleet Forum webinar. We are expecting quite a lot of people, so I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds to join and to sort of, like we do in the webinar, to settle in. For those of you who are already in the webinar, if you can hear me loud and clear, just please, if one of you can write that in the chat. Super, I already see a thumbs up, so that's cool. And because we always would like to know who is here, where you're from, what makes you want to join this webinar, please feel free to use the chat. So that we know who's on the webinar and that we can cater for that. My name is Roos van Stijn. I am the development director with Fleet Forum. And I am very happy today that I'm here with Theo Alves, the business developer from CLS, and his colleague Vincent Skesa, the product manager from CLS. And what they are going to talk about today is around empowering drivers and fleet managers to drive performance and efficiency. And as we all know, we are in a big time of transformation. We need to rethink humanitarian reset. We need to rethink how we run our fleet operations. And what I think comes out for us all very clearly is that as organizations, now more than ever, we need to, perform the best that we can and also as efficient as we can, because there is no more donor funding and we need to do more with less, not less with more, more with less. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand over to Vincent and Theo, who will talk you through their ideas on how you can do that, how you can empower your drivers and fleet managers. If you have any questions for the gentlemen, please feel free to put them in the chat. At the end of the webinar, we will have some time to address them. And for now, enjoy it. Over to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Rose. And hello, everyone. We are very pleased to be with you today to talk about solutions to help empowering fleet managers and drivers to enhance fleet management efficiency. I am Vincent, Product Director at CLS, and I'm today with Theo.
Hi, everyone. I'm Theo, Business Developer at CLS.
Okay, so everybody here knows that managing a fleet of vehicles means also dealing with human relationships. And sometimes it's not so easy to have an efficient flow of information between all the different actors. Everyone in the organization wants to tackle challenges and take part in increasing efficiency, but sometimes lack of communication has strong negative impacts, and it's mainly because the different actors do not share the same realities and constraints. First, if there are drivers in the audience, I guess that they would probably agree to say that they have a very complex job. They often face difficult field conditions with poor road quality, dangerous situations, and a lot of last-minute changes that make everything unpredictable. In parallel, they have to report all the events in real time, but the use of paper logbook makes it hard to capture everything. The rules they have to follow are sometimes complex, as they often need to adapt their decision to the field. And, for example, taking alternative routes, speeding up to get out of a dangerous situation. And in the end, they are accountable for the decision taken without being able to explain the complete context. On the opposite, fleet managers have also the difficult job position. They have to deal with incomplete information. As we said, the events are often recorded late on a paper logbook, and that could be difficult to read and could contain partial information. So they spend significant amount of time figuring out what really happened on the ground. And sometimes it could lead to misinterpretation of the decision that has been taken on the field. For example, a change in the route could be perceived as an error rather than a safety-driven choice. In the end, they have to justify all the gaps that could be between the field decision and the recommendations that the driver should follow. It has some consequences on the fleet efficiency. This lack of communication could lead to tension and mistrust, driver feeling constantly monitored and while manager feel uninformed. It could lead also to operational inefficiencies because time and budget could be wasted by clarifying events, and also suboptimal decision could be made on the field. And in the end, it could lead to disconnection. Rules that need to be followed could appear disconnected from field realities. And on the opposite, the financial constraints could seem under-considerated.
The good news is that bridging this gap doesn't always require big investments or complex systems. Simple, easy to implement actions can already make a huge difference. By improving daily collaboration between drivers and managers, you can increase efficiency, build trust, and make operations smoother and safer for everyone. Let's look at a few concrete examples. One simple but powerful approach is shadowing and immersion. For example, when fleet managers occasionally join drivers on their missions, they experience the reality on the ground firsthand. Likewise, when drivers are invited to share their experience during planning sessions, their insights help shape more realistic and effective operational plans. This exchange fosters mutual understanding and respect. Another key element is establishing regular debrief and feedback loops. Post-mission meetings are a great opportunity for both drivers and managers to explain their perspectives. Instead of focusing only on what went wrong, these sessions can be used to learn, to adjust, and to recognize good decision-making in the field. Planning sessions are another critical moment to bridge the gap. By making sure there is clarity in the mission, its priorities, and any security considerations before departure, both managers and drivers can align their expectations. It's also important to give drivers a voice. They should highlight potential risks or challenges they foresee on the route, so this can be addressed in advance. And finally, we need to recognize the realities on the ground. Sometimes when a driver deviates from the plan, it's not because of negligence, it's because they made a smart, safety-driven decision. Creating a culture where drivers can explain their choices without fear builds trust and allows organizations to learn from field realities rather than penalize them.
And yeah, above these simple actions, it's also possible to go further and create a sort of digital link between drivers and fleet manager. And a simple application can boost the performances of your complete fleet. By putting a dedicated application in the hand of drivers, you will reinforce their relationship with fleet managers through different aspects, mission following, driving performances, event reporting, and also security. Feel free to share in the chat what are for you the most important ones, as I will go in details on each of them. Mission preparation and tracking is all about how to follow the mission in the best way possible. For the driver, it means that he will, through the application, be able to easily start and stop a mission, and also enhance the way he will be associated to a vehicle. In real time, he will be able to follow the mission plan and to see what will be the coming mission steps. The application will allow also to have a view of the different performances during the driving. The driver could compare his performances from the previous mission he accomplished, and also being compared to the other driver in the agency. The application could also ease the event recording. It will be easy for the driver to declare passenger pickups and drop-off, and also record fueling operation and other events such as field incidents. It will be also warned and alert in case there is a repair to be done on the vehicle. and for the next coming maintenance cycles. In the end, the application could also reinforce the security of the operation. The driver will be able to keep contact with the fleet manager and could trigger emergency SOS in case of a dangerous situation. He will be also able to act against thieves by immobilizing remotely the vehicle. So, as you can see there, there are many advantages of using this kind of application. But yeah, do not hesitate through the chat or after the meeting to contact us if you think that some important topics or features are missing in this overview.
To really boost performance and efficiency, organizations need to act at different levels, from low-tech actions to digital tools, depending on their current maturity. So let's look at what you might focus on depending on your specific need and situation. For organizations managing small fleets, the priority is often to make the best use of limited human resources. You need to share different roles within a small team and progressively reinforce your fleet management capacity. Even simple role allocation and clear responsibilities can make a big difference in efficiency. The next level is team engagement. Here, the focus is on planning missions more strategically, not just day by day, but in the context of a wider operational plan. This involves scheduling immersion sessions, collecting feedback, debriefing on past missions, and organizing proper preparation sessions. This rhythm improves team cohesion and operational consistency. As your fleet grows, cost control and visibility become essential. This is where digital fleet monitoring system can play a key role. By tracking vehicles in real time and consolidating the data, managers can make informed decisions, optimize usage, and ensure accountability, all while enhancing safety and security for the people on the field. And finally, digital applications are a powerful way to bring drivers fully into the process. They help reinforce driver engagement, consolidate event recording, and replace paper logbooks with digital tools. You can also introduce performance studies or gamification elements to motivate teams and build a culture of continuous improvement. So to wrap up this section, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Improving internal efficiency doesn't happen overnight. It's more of a journey. And depending on where your organization stands today, different actions will have the biggest impact. The key is to move step by step, combining low-tech, human-centered actions with the right digital solutions at the right moment. And this is how you build a sustainable, efficient, and resilient fleet management culture. And now we'd love to hear from you all. Could you share in the chat maybe where you think your organization currently stands on this journey? Are you at the early stage, focusing on team roles, or already exploring digital solutions, or using digital solutions even? Let's share in the chat.
And thank you for your attention.
Yes, thanks for your attention. Please feel free to ask questions in the chat. We'll try our best to answer them with Vincent. And thanks to Rose and the Fleet Forum to giving us the opportunity to do this presentation.
Thank you very much.
So do we have any questions in the chat?
How much does it cost? It will depend. It will depend on the amount of feature you want to have inside it. So it's something brand new that we will deploy in the next coming year. So yeah, if you want to be informed, just say it to us, and we will contact you as soon as the very first version will be released.
Yeah, basically it's a monthly cost per vehicle. So depending on the size of your fleet, the cost will be adapted to the size of your fleet, and also depending on your needs, you can have really basic applications, and if you want more and more features, the cost might be a bit higher. To now, any organization, this application, yes. Yet, if yes, can I have contact detail? Currently, we have some organizations using the old version of the application, but now we are developing a brand new one. So there is a brand new application coming out in the following weeks. So there's no organization using this new application, but some organization has been using the old one, mainly to report fuel purchase. So to follow up on the fuel consumption and the fuel purchase directly from the drivers. So they use the application to enter the amount of fuel and the refueling anytime directly from the field. Any other question might have missed?
Yes, for the demo version that one of you is talking about, we will at CLS we are entering in a very user-centric approach for the development of all the different solutions that we have. So we will need not at the beginning, but in the life of the application, we will need beta tester to test and to see how the different new features that we will include inside the application meets the needs on the field. So if you are interested in this kind of approach, it will be more than a demo, it will be a beta testing. So you will have in hand your own application and will be able to give us feedback in order for us to understand how to optimize the use of this kind of application for you.
So any other questions? Is this a subscription service or one-off purchase? It's a subscription service for all the digital products we are offering currently. The one-off purchase is only regarding the hardware, so the tracker themselves.
And there's also a question regarding the fleet maintenance system. There are different ways to deal with the maintenance system. It can be on a specific application or on a monitoring platform also. We are already deploying some solution where there are some warning on the platform, the monitoring platform, that allows you to know what are the dates for the maintenance cycles, the different repairs that should be done on the vehicle. So here it's on the monitoring platform, but it can also, as I said during the presentation, it could also be displayed on the application just to warn the drivers that the vehicle that is going to drive needs a specific reparation or a specific maintenance operation in the coming weeks or coming days.
Possible for you to share some screenshots or video briefing about this application? Yeah, for sure. Let's get in touch after the meeting and we can arrange a meeting where we can do a demonstration of the solution. A lot of fleet system in the market, but are very commercial.
Yeah, there is an interesting question regarding the online or offline usage of the application. It's something that we didn't talk about during the presentation, but yes, we consider the use case where the application and the vehicle is not in a place where there is connectivity. And so, yes, it will still be possible to use the application. The application will record every event that could be declared. And then when the connectivity will come back, the information will be uploaded to the monitoring platform. So yes, we take that into consideration because we know that the situation could vary a lot depending on the country, depending on the route for the mission. So yes, that's something that we take into account. And also our different devices embedded inside the vehicles are usually but could be also connected with satellite connectivity, and so it remains always connected, even if there is no cellular network.
So I see a few questions about, can we have an access to the demo to this application? Can we find the demo? What we can do is get in touch after the meeting. You've got our email address on the screen, actually, salesmobility@groupcls.com. And then we can arrange a meeting to show you the application and the web platform.
And perhaps organize some beta testing operation if
Yeah.
you are really interested and you think that you have something to share with us. It will be with a lot of pleasure because, as I said, that's something that it's really important also for us.
Absolutely. So question. The system that may have an interface with an existing ERP for the organization will be great. Thank you for the presentation. Thanks. So we do have a full set of API that can be configured within our D platform. So you can totally synchronize some data from human platform with your ERP.
There is also a question regarding how to reduce and optimize cost rather than using this kind of application. You can still have the possibility to do this kind of reduction and optimization by using only the fleet monitoring platform. The fleet monitoring platform is also able to display through dashboards and KPI what are the main source of costs, and so by using this tool, you will be able to understand where you are spending money and how to improve yourself and improve the efficiency of your team. So the application is another way to improve it by engaging drivers and make them an actor of the cost optimization, but you can still already do it through the monitoring platform.
Feel free to share what's the most important features of this kind of application, if you'd like to do so. So looking for some more questions. I don't know about DIRTrack. Definitely not from CLS. I read Novacom a bit earlier. Novacom is the old name of CLS, so that might be us. What level of education will the driver need to use it, and what level of training will the fleet manager give to make the drivers proficient in using it? The idea is to develop a user-friendly application, so it's not really hard to use. It's quite simple. I mean, we are all using smartphone on a daily basis today, so it shouldn't be a problem to train your driver. We can do the training ourselves, or we can train your fleet manager to train your drivers. So both are possible. Here in Tanzania, we are using UN Booking Hub to monitor the vehicle movements. Is it related to your application?
It's not directly linked to the application. For now, the application is more linked with our own way to retrieve information from the field with embedded device inside the vehicle, and so it's directly connected to our data warehouse, and so the same information are taken from the vehicle to the data warehouse and displayed on the application. And in the opposite, the information, the declaration of event and so on comes from the smartphones, the application, go to the monitoring platform.
How do we optimize the use of different applications we use in vehicle monitoring and interface them to get live data to measure the vehicle's PK, driver behavior, fuel usage? So actually, there are several ways to monitor those different kind of data. At CLS, how we manage it is we have some data coming from the tracking device itself. We have some data coming from the geolocation through the Human platform, and we also have some data coming from the driver app. So we gather all this data in the same platform, the Human platform, and we get all the KPIs and the relevant data consolidated within the same place. And you can also manually enter some data if you like to do so directly within the platform. Be able to understand it better if its demo is provided.
Yeah, of course.
As I said, just let's get in touch and we'll arrange a demo for sure.
But we are pretty happy to see that there seems to be a strong interest in this kind of applications. That means that
that's great news.
It's answering some pain points.
I don't see any new question.
Yes.
We'll have 5 minutes, so feel free to ask.
So I also don't think that there are more questions. So thanks Theo and Vincent for to give this presentation and sharing insights on how you can use systems to manage the performance of your drivers and your fleet managers. Very interesting, and it may sort of got undersnowed a little bit by a lot of the questions around the technical solution. But what I really appreciated is that you also addressed how without a system also you can already, if you have a small fleet, how you can already start looking into the performance of your drivers by putting in place shadowing and immersion sessions, but also installing post mission meetings and planning sessions, and of course the recognition of the drivers. So thanks a lot for also touching upon that. Theo and Vincent, I have to pronounce more in the French way, right? Also,
thank you.
Apologies for that. Colleagues on the webinar, they mentioned a couple of times that you can participate in a demo, or you can participate in a beta test. Just to be sure, if you are interested in that, please reach out to CLS directly, because as Fleet Forum, out of privacy reasons, we cannot share your contact details with them. So if you are interested, maybe it is good, guys, if you put your contact details slide on, so that people can note down your email addresses.
Here it is.
Yes, there it is. Oh, thanks, Aurélie. Yeah, so if you have interest in that, please reach out yourself. We cannot do that for you. With that, I think we have 2 minutes left on the clock. Just a couple of logistics messages. Like, for all of you, we will share the recording, the link to the recording on the Fleet Forum platform with you. That will be either today or tomorrow. So then, even if you came in a little bit later, you are able to look at it and to review the webinar. So you can do that. That said, thanks a lot to Vincent and Theo. Look forward to see you in a webinar in the future again. To all of you, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you find it useful, and stay safe, and hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much, Rose.
Thanks, everyone.
It was a pleasure to be here.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.